Welcome back, True Seeker. The Major League Baseball season officially began last week with the overseas games in Japan. That was with the Dodgers, who won the World Series last year, and the Cubs. And this coming week, the rest of the teams will open their season. Of course, spring training's underway. And with regards to spring training, the spring equinox just passed on March 20th. And it is the time for gardeners. Got to pull those weeds, get the crops ready for the upcoming harvests. And in MLB, the former New York Yankee, of course, the Yankees lost to the Dodgers last year in the World Series. The former Yankee Brett Gardner, while on vacation at the time of the spring equinox, reportedly his 14-year-old son died from an unknown illness. And again, if you're new here, been educating about this for over 11 years. Come August, it'll be over 12 years. The practice of coding numbers into words comes from Kabbalah. And there's songs, movies, and TV shows, as well as books about this practice that allude to a dark side of the practice. Murder by numbers. Again, look up the song where killing's as simple as ABC is 1, 2, 3. Look up the movie Murder by Numbers. Look up the show, The ABC Murders, which is based on Agatha Christie's book, The ABC Murders. Again, in English, there are 4 base ciphers of the English language. The alphabetic order, A is 1 up to Z is 26. The reverse alphabetic order, and both orders with numerology applied. This young man, Miller Gardner, died for unknown reasons March 21st, the 80th day of the year. And notice how Yankees equates to 80. Notice how, and that's with the most simple cipher. ABC is 1, 2, 3. By the time you get to Y, it's the 25th letter. A is the first, N's the 14th, so on. You just add up the letters as numbers. Yankees 80. When you run the alphabetic order in reverse with numerology applied, the young man's name, Miller Gardner, is 80. Again, dead right at the time of the spring equinox, 80. And again, spring, growth, gardening, ritualism. Now, in Gematria, LA equals 14 and 41. Last year, the Dodgers beat the Yankees 4-1, or from the Yankees' perspective, 1-4. This 14-year-old is dead while his father is 41. And keep in mind the word dead equals 14, so does the word end. When you spell out 14 as a word, it equates to 41 like the ages of his father. What day did he die? He died on the 21st day of the 3rd month, 21-3, a bit like 213. That's the LA area code. LA beat the Yankees in the World Series. Of course, you recently saw the football team in LA, the Rams, win the Super Bowl on February 13th, another 213 date. Again, the ritualism, the numbers. If you run Miller Gardner the other way, I should have had it up here. If you run it the other way, his name equates to 73, like ritual sacrifice, also like Los Angeles Dodgers. And they didn't break the news until 2 days after his passing. The headline came out today, Sunday, March 23rd, 144 days after the World Series concluded. 144 is a number symbolic of time, but it's also a number symbolic of the order that gave us the calendar and the language, and that's the Jesuit order. If you're new here, we talk about it all the time, how it's the Jesuits that are behind these evil rituals. So that unknown disease, it's probably called Jesuit arsenic poisoning. Again, if you're poisoned with arsenic, which is the way Jesuits are known for taking out people, it looks like you die from illness. Former New York Yankees star Brett Gardner's teenage son died unexpectedly after falling ill on vacation, the family said Sunday. Can't get more Jesuit than Sunday. Brett Gardner, 41, and his wife Jessica Gardner announced the teen's death via the Yankees' social media pages. Miller Gardner, 14, became ill alongside several other relatives on the trip, the family said. We have so many questions and so few answers at this point, but we do know that he passed away peacefully in his sleep on the morning of Friday, March 21st. Again, that's the 80th day of the year. They wrote in their statement. So RIP to this young man. Again, the practice of coding numbers into words is gematria. I've written 2 books about this. Could have written many more by this point. Spent the last 5 years writing and rewriting a book. trying to figure out how to perfect the message, if there is such a way, to make people understand this, which I don't know really what's so hard to understand. It's really elementary. And yeah, this stuff just goes on every year. Every year. Remember all the deaths right at the time of the World Series, including Fernando Valenzuela and Mr. May, two pitchers who faced off against each other the last time the Dodgers and Yankees were in the World Series. They pitched against each other in Game 3, just happened to die hours before the World Series began. That hip-hop producer, known for wearing the Yankees fitted, just died right before Game 1, et cetera, et cetera. Clockwork, stuff goes on every year. End of the season, beginning of the season, same stuff over and over. So again, R.I.P. to Miller Gardner. Thank you to everyone who helps get out the word. You know, this would be the front page story of the New York Times. Ritual murder solved. Mystery illness discovered. The Jesuits. Until next time.